That's a 2015 Camaro steering wheel in my 2015 Caprice PPV. I can now use the paddles to shift. Let me show you how I did this by running one wire and changing one bolt.
First thing we got to do, disconnect the battery because we're messing with airbags. There's the new steering wheel. So you want to have this upside down because there's holes on the back side here. And you're going to be sticking a screwdriver in there, or I'm using a pick. And you're just going to push away to get this airbag off. I'll show you. We're going to demonstrate this upside down. Let me just go ahead. So these little clips right there. These clips, you want to push them in. So on the top holes, the bottom holes, if you're the right way, you want to come all the way over and you're just looking to do that. So we'll go from the other side and show you what that looks like as well. So we're in here, maybe at an angle, and we're just getting all the way over and pulling the spring loose. So I had just done one from each side to pop this loose. So now we've got access to the airbag. All we got to do is pull that off. You can see it's already marked from the factory, so we're going to line that back up. Pull these guys loose next. And for them, you just wiggle them loose and then pull them up. Now that you've successfully removed that device, and again, you just pull these tabs up and then you just wiggle them loose carefully. They're color coordinated. This needs to come off as well, and since we're putting on a shifting steering wheel, we're going to have to actually fish a wire up through here, but let's get this off next. Looks like probably a T50. I had to break out the big guns to get this out. Blue thread lock, so make sure you put some back on there. And it looks like we're spline, so I'm just going to put a couple of marks on this to make sure I don't lose position in here, and then we'll pull it off. All right, next step, we need to get behind the clock spring, so these just push up and that's out of the way. A couple of 7mm and you can drop this. There's also a 7mm that comes up underneath. It's a little bit longer. This one here, detent, this you want to be able to separate between the two. Right here I used a pick, same picks I used to get the bag off, and then you should be able to push this down. Yep, and then pull that out as well. So now we can pull the clock spring out. We're on the Camaro steering wheel. We can see that this is pin 10. Let's see if I can get you in there. 10, 9, 8. It's got the two purple wires. Those go to the paddles. On the Caprice steering wheel, there's nothing there. So that's why we need to add a pin to pin 8 on the other side of the clock spring. On the clock spring side, that's the part number you need, SAITA031M064. You can order them through Mauser. I just got a 10-pack in case I have to do this for anything else. And it's a really small terminal. I have only 18 gauge wire here, but I've got this 22 gauge stub. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to terminate one, give myself some room, and then do a butt connector in a safe spot with the heat shrink over it for my wire that's run between. So now we're in here. Let's slide the lock out of the way and put it into position 8. Got the new pin in. We just put this back together with a connector. So there's that connector spliced together. I'll just run the heat shrink over the top. Solder that up. We'll go to the other side. We'll tuck this all away once we test. So we're back together. We're tucked away. I ran a sheathing all the way around it. You can see the wire there. I run down the top of the airbag, and then I'm at the floor, and I'm just going to push it back through over to that side. So we've snapped everything back on. Make sure you don't rotate your clock spring. Put these 2 bolts back in and put the top back down. And the bottom bolt too, don't forget that one. All back together over here. Now we'll run the wire through along the HVAC ducts on the bottom, underneath that airbag, and then over that side. We're at the BCM now. We want to put it in pin 11, which is going to be above that blank there. You can see there's nothing in it now. So I'm going to pull this out. This is the lock, and then shove my pre-made one in there, and then crimp my extra to length. All right, we're back in. Nice and tight. It's critical that you make that as small as possible. That should slide down, not forcefully. I had pried up on this a little bit, so I want to smooth this down. But all we got to do now is just connect the 2 ends, connect the wires. Zoom out a little bit. Just got to connect these 2 and tuck it away, and we're done. There we go, all buttoned up. Plug it in, and we'll get on to the programming. So make sure you slide your ABS wires through correctly. You see that there's marks that I made. Line up with the splines, especially that top one. So we're good there. And just plug it in, bolt it down. Make sure you apply thread locker again. And we'll just snug that down and then pop the airbag on. We're back together with paddle shifts. So let's hook up the battery, and then we'll hook up our scanner. We'll clean up our tools here. All right, we're in the car. We're going to take the cover off this and flash in the tune. We'll bring you over to the computer. All right, let's make the changes here in the tune. So this is the new tune I'm flashing in, where I've essentially opened up the ability for max throttle input, burnout mode if you will. And we're going to go to trans. Shift general. We want to change this to enabled. Make sure that's on serial. We want to make sure that the display is enabled. This one to stay disabled. We want it to hold shift. Mountain we can leave, range we can leave, and we're going to change this to D3. So what this is essentially low range. And that's it. So we're just going to resave this change. And that's that. We're going to put it in the car. We're down in manual 1. So, driving around. Well, let me get into second or third. Parked. So now we're in tap up, tap down mode. Perfect. So what's interesting is it displays the gears now in any gear, and it still thinks I'm in tap up, tap down mode, but I actually can't control up and down shifts with it off. So I may have to look into that.